Hey, how's it going, everybody? You already know my name by now if you're watching this, but this video is long overdue. This is going to be a very hard video to make, but it needs to be made. I've been holding it off for 2 months now, and my dog, her name was Athena K. Lee, has passed, and I wanted to make this video dedicated to her and to remember her and for you all to know how important she was to our family. So I wanted to say her whole life story. So I'm gonna try to make this uncut, and I'm gonna try not to cry. Okay. In August in 2015, my stepmom brought home an adorable little puppy, and I'll put a picture up on screen. This is on my old Instagram, and I only have 4 pictures of her. I only have 4 pictures of her. My stepmom has like 1 million. So, put the picture up on screen. So, my dad said to take it back, but everybody else voted to keep her. And she was just the cutest little puppy that you could ever see or have or own or whatever. And we tried to put her on the ground, and she was so scared that she'd just stand and shake. And it was funny and cute. And then after a couple of days, she adjusted to our home, and she was okay and everything. So she was a really good puppy, and she used to sleep in the bedroom with my dad and my stepmom. She'd sleep right here next to my dad on a pillow, and it was the cutest thing ever. And then we got her a kennel after a couple of months, because we thought it was time for a kennel, because she kept on getting bigger. And so around the beginning of 2016, she ran away. Well, we think someone picked her up, but we're kind of, we don't know. And she was gone for 3 days. And I'm at school, and I come home, and then she's just in the cage, just right there. And I open it up, and I'm like, oh, I missed you, where were you at? And I think she was about 4 or 5 months at this point, because she was born in July. We got her whenever she was a month old. And I went up to my grandma, and I said, why is she down in the kennel? Why didn't she come home? And she said she just came up to the back patio and was whining. So we took her downstairs and put her in the kennel. So it was like, okay, what are the chances of that? After a few days, we thought she was dead. Then it was okay, everything was fine. She would do nothing but get in the trash and play, and we got her a ball, and you'd throw it, and she'd go get it, and she was just a very beautiful, good dog. And I taught her how to sit down, give me your paws, to roll over, to play dead, and we'd keep doing them over and over again to make sure that she didn't forget them, because she was still just a pup. And then me and Dad and my stepmom decided to go fishing. And we got her on a leash, and so we're having a good time. My dad told me to go back and get the coolers to find something to sit on, and I stepped this close to a snake, and it slithered off, and I screamed like a girl, and I ran on top of the truck, and I said, I can fish from here, I'm okay. I'm petrified of snakes, if you didn't know. But then we got done fishing. I actually beat my dad in fishing. I caught like 7 fish and he caught like 5. We kept on catching catfish. It was a type of catfish. I can't remember what they call it. But then we decided to let her off the leash. And then, there she goes. Takes off. And we were looking for her for like an hour or two. We were driving around and it was nothing but woods all around. And a train track. Yeah, that was kind of scary. So my dad left his shirt, so if she got the scent of him, she would just stay there and we'd check again tomorrow. But she wasn't there. And then after a week, one of the people in town texted us on Facebook and said, "Is this your dog?" And we said, yeah. And the people who found her took good care of her. So then we got her back. But the one thing wrong with her, she had worms. So she came back with worms. That was pretty awful. So we had to get her treated for that. And after that, she hated taking baths. But before it, she'd love to take baths. She'd play in the water and everything, but now she would just sit there and shake and try to lay down in the water. Like, I don't know what happened. But I know it wasn't good. Then we got her off the worm thing and all that, and she was back to normal, and she'd keep on getting in the trash, and she'd play, and she'd do all that, and we'd take her out and everything. And then we moved to here. So we moved here, and, we had to get her adjusted. She was getting homesick, and after a while, she got adjusted. She got adjusted to the surrounding area. Every time that the neighbors were outside, she'd bark and go after them and everything. She wasn't mean, she would just love on them. And so she was used to being around woods, being surrounded by woods, because that's where we were. But now we're in the city and everything, and a little bit out of the city, So everything was normal. We got her out of homesick, then we tried to change her food, and then it messed with her stomach, so we had to change back. That was about the only thing that happened. November 2016. She's a year old. She wouldn't eat. She just stopped eating completely. She would drink a little bit, but she stopped eating. Sorry. And she started turning yellow. Which if you don't know, it's called jaundice. So we didn't know what was happening. We took her to the vet, and she stayed there for 2 days. And the x-rays... We went there, and she wouldn't walk. The x-ray showed that she either had a blockage in her liver, called a liver shunt, or her liver was too small. Because her livers are supposed to be a certain size, but it was half that size. And that vet couldn't really do nothing, so she recommended us to a vet in Virginia. It took us almost 4 hours to get there. And all that dog would do is just lay. She wouldn't move. Well, she would move. She'd have those little spikes of energy, but she couldn't do it. We just loved on her and petted her. We thought everything was going to be okay. She was going to get home. And then we found the vet. I had to carry her in because she couldn't walk. It was the cutest thing ever because whenever I held her like this, her head just poked around and she looked at everything. She didn't know what was going on. She still wasn't eating. So, she was so heavy. I had trouble keeping her up. We got her checked in and everything. And we waited. And the doctor came out and said Athena, and she took us to a room. We put her on the table. All she did was lay there. We don't know what was going on. So the doctor said that they would take x-rays. And he said if it's a liver shunt, then there's a blockage, no problem. We'll get her home today. But if her liver's just too small, she's gonna die. So we let them take x-rays, and we went and we ate McDonald's. And then we're just sitting in the parking lot waiting for them to get done. And then we got a call from the vet. He said that there was no liver shunt, and her liver was just too small. And they could either give her things to make her live like a day longer or something, or they could put her down. That was the only two options we had. So we chose to put her down so she didn't have to suffer. The doctor brought her in. She was yellow. She wouldn't eat or drink. We all had to say her goodbyes. We all petted her and loved on her. We all cried. And after a while, the doctor came in. He said, "Are you ready?" We all said, "Yeah." I had my hand on her the whole time because I wasn't gonna let go. She was smiling. She was happy. And the doctor told us that he was gonna put anesthesia in her to make her sleep. And then after that, he was gonna put the stuff in to make her heart stop. Then he put the stuff in her. She fell asleep. We all started crying. He put the stuff in her to make her heart stop. The sound that she made still haunts me. They gave us the option to either do an autopsy on her or throw her away or to cremate her. And I said do an autopsy and cremate her. So they thought that was a good idea too. And then we all had to go home. We did nothing but cry the whole way down and talk about memories. And then we got home. And then my dad got home. And that's the first time in my life I've ever seen my dad cry. It was the worst moment of my life. I just can't explain it. If you've ever lost a dog, and you know what it's like to lose them, whenever they're just your friend and always there. Or if you haven't experienced it, and you have a dog, and that dog is your friend forever, and nothing will break it. Just imagine that dog is taken away from you because of something you couldn't help. It's horrible, and I don't want anyone to go through that. But that's basically it. And then a couple weeks later, we got her ashes in a box, and a note, a card, and her paw print in a clay circle. And we all of us got a piece of her. Well, not like ashes, like, I got her harness, my stepbrother got her leash, and my other stepbrother got her collar, and my little sister got her food bowl. Because I still have her harness right there, and it's right above me whenever I sleep. So that's the story, and that's what happened. Hope I didn't make you all sad or to ruin your day. I just had to make this. And no, this isn't the reason why I haven't been uploading. It's for a different reason. But that's what happened. So I hope you all enjoyed this or knew a little bit about me, but we're getting another dog. Not to replace her or nothing. Nothing can replace that dog. Because we're getting another one, and it's a boy, and we named it Diesel. It's born now. Just, we're waiting for it to be ready. It should be ready a week before Valentine's Day. And of the recording of this video, I think it's the 7th. Yeah, today's the 7th. So we got a while to go. So I guess I'll see you all in the next video.